Coming up, a look into a local Cardinal Creative Art Fest and a talk from the American Foundation to Prevent Suicide.
A new documentary about John Lennon and Yoko Ono, those top stories plus weather and sports coming up on PSTV.
Good afternoon, Plattsburgh, and thank you for tuning in. I'm Grant Hockmuth.
And I'm Desmond Novak. Let's take a look at today's top stories.
Students here at SUNY Plattsburgh have set up an event called the Cardinal Creative Art Fest. I went to the Myers Building of Fine Arts to learn more. I caught up with some fellow students this week to learn more about an upcoming art fest held by students for students. The Cardinal Creative Arts Fest is coming to Plattsburgh soon on April 19th. I caught up with event organizers Marin and Luke to learn more about the event and what to expect.
Yeah, so CCAF is Cardinal Creative Arts Festival. This is going to be the second year that we've done it. It is a multidisciplinary arts festival that includes music, visual art, theater, and creative writing. It takes place from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. on April 19th, Saturday. And it takes place in the ACC and in Myers.
We might have some activities in the plaza too if the weather is nice enough. We have some students that are planning on selling their artwork outside.
But what are the origins of the Cardinal Creative Art Fest? I wanted to learn more.
So we originally got the idea for the arts festival during our Cardinal freshman seminar class, and the class was called Building Thriving Communities, and it was kind of about like if you're lacking opportunity in the space that you're in and in your community, you should try to make that community for yourself and design it yourself. So for me, I think I'm very proud of this project, and it means a lot to me because it's kind of a representation of something that I thought was lacking here. We have a lot of talent here, but people don't always get to show it off with their friends and other people on campus.
What should students know before coming to the event itself?
I mean, they should know that it's all student-led, all of the art, all of the music, all of the theater, improv, skits, whatever, it's all kind of led, organized, planned by students, people like them. And every year we're kind of out searching for the best we can find of all of those different art disciplines on campus. It's sometimes a bit of a desperate search, but, we do our best.
And finally, what are these two organizers most excited about this year?
I'm kind of excited about some of the more outdoor focused things in Amity Plaza. That's something that we had maybe tried to do last year, but pretty much everyone around us was like, don't do anything outside because the weather might not be nice. Spring semester, it's always hit or miss kind of in April if the weather's nice or not. But hopefully it is on the 19th and we can have some fun outside.
I think I'm excited for students to be able to sell their artwork because that was an original idea that I had at the very beginning of the planning process last year when we did it. And we were trying to figure out the hoops that we would have to jump through to make that happen. And this year we were able to figure it out. So I'm definitely excited about that. And if that doesn't get to be outside, we're still having it. It's just going to be in the ballrooms in the ACC.
From inside Myers, Grant Hockmuth, PS News. Ever wanted to get into fishing? Well, you might want to look into Unlimited Bass Club on campus. This week, Unlimited Bass Club held their first fly fish tying event. This event shows beginners how to tie basic lures and to learn a little more insight on what it takes to be a great fisher. Unlimited Bass Club has multiple more events coming up and are happy to welcome beginners. They have many events coming this future. For future events, make sure to keep an eye out for your email on your daily digest or check out the Cardinal link for more club events happening all around campus.
1-to-1, John and Yoko, directed by Oscar-winning filmmaker Kevin McDonald, offers an in-depth and emotional look at the lives, love, and lasting legacy of John Lennon and Yoko Ono. This documentary goes beyond the music to explore the deeper connections they shared both as artists and activists. The film paints a vivid portrait of their groundbreaking work together, shaping the cultural and political landscape of the 20th century. McDonald emphasizes Ono's influence on Lennon's music journey, offering a fresh perspective on the relationship, resilience, and commitment to peace during the 70s. The documentary is available now on Apple TV.
Mental health issues are something too familiar on college campuses, and at SUNY Plattsburgh, promoting awareness is something they strive for. The campus recently held an event focused around taking care of each other. PSTV's Hans Hammerschlag has more.
This Wednesday, the Clinton County Coalition to Prevent Suicide hosted an It's Real mental health program looking to raise awareness about mental health issues commonly experienced by students, with this talk having an emphasis on suicide and how the campus community can help. Bonnie Black, chair of the Clinton County Coalition to Prevent Suicide, spoke on why it is important not only to be aware of those around you who may be feeling suicidal, but to talk about it as well.
Because there has been so much stigma and negative terms used about behaviors people with a diagnosis might affect over centuries, a lot of people are hesitant to even begin the conversation that, something just doesn't seem like you today. And that's all it is to begin a conversation with, you're not yourself. Tell me, what's going on? And be prepared to listen in silence.
But listening is just one of the many steps in helping heal someone. Starting that conversation, though, can sometimes be the biggest hurdle.
That person who is truly, in their mind, screaming for help, although they're not actually doing that out loud, but they think their behaviors are so obvious to other people. They need you to ask about what's going on. Seize the awkward.
Self-harm and suicide is a real epidemic, so make sure you are looking out for each other, even if it is simple as sending a text, because you never know what someone is going through, especially inside. Reporting from the ACC on the campus of SUNY Plattsburgh, Hans Hammerschlag, PS News.
SUNY Plattsburgh offers a variety of group fitness classes to help you move, sweat, and have fun. From yoga and Zumba to HIIT and strength training, but why not participate when you can also lead? Become a certified fitness instructor in just one semester and get paid to share your passion with others. Whether it's Zumba, yoga, Pilates, spin, hard body, HIIT, or more, there's a class for everybody's interests. Classes are offered daily from noon to 8 p.m. and certification is quick and rewarding. For more information and to view the group exercise schedule, visit the fitness center or follow them on Instagram at Platts Fitness.
After a 2-year hiatus, the 2025 American Music Awards will take place live from Las Vegas on May 26, airing at 8 p.m. Eastern on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus this year. The event will be hosted by Jennifer Lopez. Lopez previously hosted the AMAs in 2015 and returns a decade later to lead one of the music industry's most watched annual events. The ceremony will include live performances, guest appearances from the biggest names in music, and the presentation of awards across a wide range of genres including pop, hip-hop, country, and Latin. In recognition of Memorial Day, the show will also include a special tribute honoring members of the U.S. military and their families. The American Music Awards remain a key moment in the industry's calendar, bringing artists and audiences together to celebrate another year in music. We'll be right back after the break to look at sports and weather.
Dance corps makes me feel confident.
Dance corps means to me family.
Dance corps is motivating.
Dance corps means new friends.
Dance corps means old friends.
Dance corps means unity. Dance corps means creativity.
Dance corps means love.
Dance corps is fun.
Dance corps means friendship.
Dance corps is exciting.
Dance corps is my support system.
Dance corps is my favorite thing.
Film Club is a place where people who like movies and want to discuss movies can watch and discuss with other people with the same interest.
I really love the discussion of Film Club and just getting to talk with all different kinds of people with their favorite genres and everything else in the film world, whether it's big blockbusters or small indies.
We meet in Yoakum 205 at 5 p.m.
Welcome back. I'm meteorologist Marcel Gibbs, and let's take a look at your 5-day forecast. We're seeing a lot of rain, which is not something I want to see. I really wanted the sun, but we get what we can get. On Friday, we're seeing a lot of clouds. The sun refuses to make an appearance, temperature of 47. Sun's still not here and decides to rain on us, but the temperature goes up by 3 degrees, so win some, lose some. And I guess the sun decided to make a small appearance back, clouds still in the area, temperature rises from 2 degrees, but it decides to go right back to raining. Temperature rises to 57, as close as we're going to get to 60 in the week. Rain coming back, and rain staying, because Tuesday, still rain, and we drop in temperature to a temperature of 51 for Tuesday. I really, really want the sun to come back next week. Hopefully it happens. That's all I got for weather. Back to the desk.
Lakers superstar Luka Doncic made his first return to Dallas since a league-shattering trade on February 1st. The trade, which is widely regarded as one of the biggest in sports history, sent Doncic to the Lakers in return for All-NBA forward Anthony Davis, shocking many at the time. Prior to the game, the Mavericks played a tribute video for Doncic, thanking him for his time with the team and even causing the superstar to get emotional. This didn't stop him from putting on an absolute masterclass, though, as Doncic would go on to drop 45 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists, securing the Lakers a playoff spot. Doncic and the Lakers currently sit at the 3rd seed in the Western Conference, while the Mavericks are down at the 10th seed as they've dealt with several injuries to key players over the last month. It was announced on Wednesday that the 2028 Olympics will feature new mixed-gender events in golf, track, and Olympics. The International Olympic Committee, or the IOC, stated that the new events will debut in the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics, following the success of the mixed 4x400 relay that has taken place at the previous 2 Summer Olympics. The IOC announced an entirely new sports-based program based around mixed-gender events, hinting that more may be coming in the future. The new events will add a team-based twist to Olympic golf and a new dimension to gymnastics, both of which had previously been separated by gender. Kit McConnell, the IOC sports director, stated the mixed events are a real true embodiment of gender equality, and further hinted that more gender-mixed events, could be on the way in future Olympics. And for our last sports story of the day, former MLB pitcher and World Series champion Octavio Dotel died on Tuesday following a roof collapse at a nightclub in Santo Domingo. Dotel, who was 51, pitched for 13 years in the MLB, winning a World Series with the St. Louis Cardinals in 2011. Dotel was not the only fatality that night, as 221 others were killed in the roof collapse, including the sister of 7-time All-Star Nelson Cruz and longtime minor league player Tony Blanco. Officials have not yet discovered what caused the roof to collapse, but the investigation is still ongoing. Thanks for watching with us, Plattsburgh.
Stay tuned for more news from PSTV right after the short break.
Warp Radio runs on Charter Channel 194, Campus Channel 10 here on campus. It gives Plattsburgh students an opportunity to be a radio DJ and see if that's something they have interest in for a future career path. You're listening to WARP, Charter Channel 194, Campus Channel 10, Plattsburgh, New York.
This is KINKS, which stands for Collectively Inspiring Natural Hair Students. We like to promote people to embrace their natural hair and just love who they are. Every spring semester we have a hair show, so if you're interested in modeling, hairstylist, and a makeup artist, this is something to look forward to every spring.
Jump on in and fly high with the Cardinals only at Memorial Hall.
Coming up on PS News, Subway has a new item on their menu,
National Pizza Day,
an out-of-this-world mix.
all that and more on PS News.
Good afternoon, Plattsburgh. I'm Molly Ryan.
And I'm Sylvia Mania. Let's take a look at our top stories.
Pizza lovers, it's time to make your stomachs happy and go deep. Last Saturday was National Deep Dish Pizza Day. This particular style of pizza was invented in Chicago in 1943 by the founder of Uno's Pizzeria. It caught on and Uno's grew into a big national chain, and other deep dish pizzerias sprung up around the world. You can mark the day for next year by getting one to go from a pizza shop in your area, or you can simply make your own pizza at home.
Several vehicles caught on fire at a parking deck at Disneyland in Anaheim, California on Friday morning. Fire officials say the blaze started when a Toyota RAV4 went up in flames. That spread to at least 3 other cars. No injuries were reported. The cause of the fire is unknown at this time.
You may want to check your pantry if you have Texas Pete hot sauce. 2 varieties have been recalled due to labeling errors. The recall is for certain bottles of its habanero buffalo sauce and the sweet habanero sauce. The company says the bottles of the habanero buffalo sauce may sriracha sauce. The sauce contains sulfites which are not declared on the label, and as a result, anyone who is allergic to the compound runs the risk of having life-threatening reaction if they consume it. The company says no injuries have been reported. Meanwhile, the sweet habanero sauce failed to include ingredient-aged peppers on its label. The products were shipped between February and March of this year to distribution centers and stores in 10 states. Consumers are urged to either throw away the bottle or return it to the store for a full refund.
There is good news for people who want to eat 12 inches worth of nachos. Subway is adding foot-long nachos to its Sidekicks menu. The sandwich chain has joined forces with Doritos for this dish. It features nacho cheese-flavored Doritos with cheddar cheese, jalapenos, tomatoes, red onions, and a chipotle sauce. Customers who need a little more can add chicken or steak to the platter. Subway officials say this is another step for the company is taking to provide convenient food at an affordable price.
Scientists have made a new discovery after sending a soybean mixture into space. Take a look. After a 30-day process, the mixture turned into a paste known as miso. It's thought to be the first time food was successfully fermented in space. The experiment was done aboard the International Space Station. Researchers wanted to find out if it ended up tasting any different than a batch made on Earth. The report that they made, Space Miso, had a more roasted, nutty flavor. The findings could either be used to create other types of fermented foods in space, which would give astronauts more options for meals. The research was published Wednesday in the journal iScience.
Now it's time for our Cardinal Points update, where we bring you stories covered right in our local paper, Cardinal Points. What's better, waffles or pancakes? Well, last week, the SUNY Plattsburgh's Cooking Club hosted an event to determine what people liked better. During this event, participants had a chance to cook and decorate their own breakfast treat. Events like this and others hosted by the Cardinal Cooking Club aims to not only give students a chance to learn to cook, but also connect with others in their community. At the end of this event, the winner was called. Pancakes were determined to be the more favored breakfast food. Well, that's all we have in store for your Cardinal Points update this week, Plattsburgh. Don't forget to check out our local paper, Cardinal Points, to read more stories like this. New issues are released every Friday. Don't go away because after these messages, we will be back with our PS weather update. Stay with us.
Do you play an instrument? Want to jam with fellow musicians? Join the Plattsburgh State Jazz Ensemble. Whether you're into swing, Latin, or funk, the Jazz Ensemble is a fun way to sharpen your skills, meet new friends, and make great music. To sign up, enroll in MUS 394, either for credit or as an audit. Practices are every Tuesday night from 6 to 8 in Myers 300. Find your rhythm. Join the Jazz Ensemble.
Welcome back, Plattsburgh. I'm your meteorologist, Marcel Gibbs, and let's take a look at your weekly weather map. So we're seeing a lot of 40s, but I have hope for 50s and then even higher. We're seeing 47 for Owl's Head, 50 for Vermontville. See, it's possible. 46 for Dannemora, 49 for El Sable Forks, 47 for Plattsburgh. We're so close. 49 for St. Albans City, and 47 for Williston. Now let's take a look at your 5-day forecast. Surprised we're here again, aren't we? Now we're seeing a lot of rain, not something I like. I'm hoping for a lot of sun in the next week to dry it out. Friday, we're seeing temperature of 47. Luckily, no rain, but also no sun. So we win some, we lose some. Saturday, we're seeing a temperature of 50, and the rain is coming down. Hopefully, it's light. Barely noticeable the next day. That's what I'm wishing for. Sunday, we're seeing the sun make a comeback and the temperature get higher by 2 degrees. Monday, the sun disappears, but the temperature goes higher and the rain comes back. But who doesn't love a warm set of rain? Tuesday, the temperature goes down again and the rain just simply decides to stay. I'm hoping the sun decides to come back to us. That's all I got for weather. Back to the desk.
Good afternoon, Plattsburgh. I'm your entertainment host, Anya Subuno, here to bring you with the latest entertainment updates. Hollywood is mourning the loss of actor Val Kilmer. In a statement to the New York Times, his daughter says Kilmer died Tuesday. She says the cause of death was pneumonia. He began his film career in the 1984 comedy Top Secret, but his breakout role was in 1986 Top Gun. Some of his other well-known roles included Batman Forever, Tombstone, The Doors, and Heat. His final film role was in 2023 Top Gun Maverick, where he was resumed his role as Tom Iceman Kazaski. Kilmer was diagnosed with throat cancer in 2014 but later recovered. Val Kilmer was 65 years old. Country music icon Dolly Parton is bringing her signature sparkle to the fashion world. She's teaming up with Khloe Kardashian and the Good American denim brand to launch a limited edition collection called Dolly's Jolene's. The collection draws inspiration from Parton's classic hit, Jolene, and the iconic country style. The line features denim pieces adorned with shimmering rhinestones, among other glitzy details. The 79-year-old Parton says the jeans will, quote, make any butt look good. You can shop Dolly's Jolene's starting April 3rd at Good American stores online, and at select Nordstorm locations. 4 separate feature-length biopics are set to chronicle the story of the Beatles from each band member's point of view. And the casting of the 4 musicians has now been confirmed. According to Sony Pictures Entertainment, baby girl Harris Dixon will play John Lennon. Paul Mescal from Gladiator 2 will be cast as Paul McCartney. Barry Keoghan from Banshees of Inisherin will portray Ringo Starr. And Stranger Things, Joseph Quinn will play George Harrison. Oscar-winning director Sam Mendes is set to direct the Beatles, a 4-film cinematic event. Influential film director and composer John Carpenter was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame Thursday. The ceremony took place in front of the historic Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel in Los Angeles, California. Dubbed the Master of Horror, Carpenter is renowned for genre-defining films like Halloween, The Thing, and Escape from New York. Fans worldwide celebrated as the event was streamed live, commemorating Carpenter's enduring influence on film and music. And that's all the latest updates we have for PS Entertainment segment, but don't go away. I'm Anisu, and after the break, we'll be back with the PS Sports updates. Stay tuned, Plattsburgh.
Nick Benardot.
I'm Angel Velasquez.
And I'm Benny Nazai.
I'm Jody Juliana Powell.
I'm Pat Pfeiffer.
Jorge Cabrera.
Jamie Goodrow.
And I'm Joe Mason.
I'm Marcel Gibbs.
I'm Zeb Ducharme.
I'm Ryan Nista.
I'm Bruce Juno. Bruce Seals. Thank you.
This has been Edward Balarjan.
I'm Rashida Pandey.
I'm Quasi Gittins.
I'm John Carduello.
To stay up to date with PS News and all of Plattsburgh State TV, be sure to follow Plattsburgh State TV on all social media platforms.
Good afternoon, Plattsburgh. I'm Alex Duval, your PS Sports anchor, and here for your PS News Sports update for the week. The Athletics' new baseball stadium on the Las Vegas Strip is one step closer to becoming a reality. Clark County Commissioners voted unanimously to approve permits and other zoning charges for the stadium. It will be located around the site where the Tropicana Hotel and Casino once stood. Construction is expected to begin later this year and will be completed by 2028. Until then, the Athletics are playing the next 3 seasons in West Sacramento, California. The International Federation of Association Football has announced who's bidding to host 2 future women's soccer games. FIFA confirmed the United States, Mexico, and the UK are sole bidders for the 2031 and 2035 Women's World Cups. If a compliant bid is submitted by the end of this year, it could mean the UK could host the games for the very first time. The US last hosted the World Cup in 2003. This will be Mexico's first ever time hosting. Spain, Morocco, and Portugal were reportedly planning to launch a rival bid for 2035. Instead, they will jointly host the men's competition in 2030. This summer, the Des Moines Register's annual Great Bicycle Ride across Iowa is leaving Iowa, but just for a few miles. For the first time in the ride's 52-year history, it will venture beyond Iowa's borders. The 7-day bicycle ride across the state will take place from July 19th through the 26th. On July 21st, it will cross into Minnesota for 15 miles before re-entering Iowa. Well, that's all the sports I have for you this week. I'm Alex Duval, and now let's take you back to the desk.
All right, Plattsburgh, that's all we have for this week's news. I'm Molly Ryan.
And I'm Sylvia Mania. If you would like to see more of our content, visit us on Instagram at Plattsburgh State Television and also visit us on our YouTube page.
We will be back next week with more weekly news. Take care, Plattsburgh.